nko ana mekire madwin bia wo so benya kwan na wa kire wadwin bia san say ahade o ano e the platform so anwumre mefa enchaso nko emma wo se wodu afide na to asomdwe fie peace na obeti Ghana nkomo radio station sa adwumade mu kura mu to apetema de hye wachichi ne bencheye omanya asonfa so na sedai bi enko emammo nso asabre ya meet adwununsia abapa no nwotwe ho beka ho online so kosi nondu etoda nondu achi no mo nso yada maspa papa mu nyina no ka ho bi na the platform ehema interview chiro madwun wo studio a wo awuti no so wo ho kwan se wadwun kire wo de betum brepamu ya kenkan ede ama na number bit ma kire wadwun wo so 0556700700 0556700700 wadwun kire na wachro na odi atoso memfre ofre so yentimi mfa na nwumre yensema yedi ho nkomo minim say nra social media so status ahodo ohunu say eja 1 year anniversary NDC ebi abefa bia na che say 1 year ago enem esi ye kwa about no bia post bia Ghana for kwa about no to aba edema NDC aban afimu pepe enie na afintemu no ni ana wo hwe animu no wo hu ana aban ne modembo etisen edumre ye beji bre na ye di ho enkomo orumanya for Dixon chedua dodo na asa ne mra ne Stuttgart o ye Brekum West mra shibedwani orumanya for Kwame Apia Kodua enso ye mfantia kwa North mra shibedwani empenifo mienu na nyumre mo beti wonka e wo studio ni otoso mi ensan ye me ne wa yeti ofie 0556700700 wadjon kire na odia faso e betomo ya gibre na ya kenka dia ma sanse the platform die wonso wotwa kan e wo subi de kadna na ya okese watenase urumanyamfo Kwame Apia Kodua nso atenase enche urumanyamfo Dixon Dua enso ba be kan ye ho na chese studio die ya set na komotwetwe ni frase de kadna na ya okese watenase ye ni tie sebre ibetwe ho batawi ba akomotwetwe ebi frase se na mekan no wonso be kire wadwen 0556700700 WhatsApp line na SMS na wachro da for ebetomo ya gibre na ya kenkan ede asomo yetwe ho batawi ba akomotwetwe ebi frase asomdwe fie peace 104.3 na wasugu so wutie yetwe ho basisi ya
platform the cardinal na ya okese sonsontwe sontwi asonsentwie ani nsentwitwi a ekọ batakọ braman esi nukoso ato apetia mantemfi asanse krokotiako the platform sunie asisi nkondwa asisi adwa ama trankondwa atrenufua brana na ya okese the cardinal tiadwam ewo peace 104.3 FM so the platform odoso puo ade doso ensempudium amanyosam abrabom nsam asetrem nsam ani amansa hodo so nsam ani nsa hodo bi ade a ani ne hia na ya okese the cardinal wone na pamfo awo the platform dwumadie so wo peace 104.3 FM adwoada ni ukwada numre biada efri no nwotwekopim nondu the platform ewo peace FM ensam wasisie de aba de akro ani de yatia ni de yehunu ni nyina ne wudi na apreto ani ne sombi na yensiai na banu so a emia the platform chire wadwene bi Ghana ya my Ghana
Batana, Yamishra no da Wamanu near my penny nala, now Wamanodo. Eyasa se Batana, Empe Opu, Edia Hopu any.
I will say, Mamuana Joe, and you may so, Madame Sepa, says Abria. Yadino Cheka Sebono, Ako, Newie. Would you have dinner to us say now, Uti the platform? Wonim say ye the platform dwumadie ebro dwada ani ukua da bia bra na otweka se bono akọ na wieye e fa me na ya okese oni say me Catholic gide hia me pa anti so we shall me abetia from the cardinal and then so ye da pon na ema Roma ni bia ye de kai Patricia on Madecro Immaculate Conception enti ene Roma ni bia nim se ne ye da pon na Emma Catholic GD ni bia yebebon komo nwumre ewo the platform so na ansana meko honorable fonu mienu so honorable Dixon Chiredua Stuttgart ena afei honorable Kwame Apia Kodua Stuttgart every Brekum West ena honorable Kodua so every Fantia kwa North hono na honorable guarantee wo no me kaipa kwa na mankwasi ama ana you was out Arafat anyway but anyway me wo ɛwɔ ha aho bi wɔ ha me ne ombedi nkomo ansana makɔ honorable fo no so na me ne makɔ akodi komo ba kwa hye kiki bi pa me huna nim ye but em say Clement majo
yeah no
now what is say
na me adom me ho ye
e de nyame ase na ovan ba jo se fra say
Pato FM Richard ni Ajete Mensa.
Richard ni Ajete Mensa. Okay. Clement, me who watch enumere?
Enumere so hu ya incredible bonnet. I think say let me say good evening to you. Let me say good evening to your listeners in Ghana and around the world. Let me say that's what akonya we. Na yawo nsem kakra na nsen a em say a press conference Majo Okpelo Sowadin family. Na press conference aye na nsen na nunwafo pese omo kan nsem bi a omo tumfutro gu nkrofo ani e wo man we mu. Enti somewhere last Wednesday 3rd December 2025 omo ye press conference. Omo ye ne yenso ye so ye de. But omo de no omo kan omo raise nyama bia. They are all false. Enti enne ye pese ye magana fo nyina hu no kware e wo saa asase a e wo majo. Aye Okpelo Sowadin family asase. Aye was Supreme Court judgment e was asase so since 2004 5th May. Na omo press conference omo ye no. Omo say Majo Okpelo Sowadin any judgment plan. Na ni wo say impanyimfo no was to motrase ama young man ebe dada mo e ka kire mo say Majo any judgment plan na mo gidi na mo so mo ba out publicly ebe ka kire Ghana for
asase e come so enye no na last bi na mo ne honorable Efensen Greater Accra Minister Efensen Henry Cotti
embato no a
sasa se corona
ama ye ne nungwafo nyina kopre wo sa ekopie after iniama ye nyina ye sa kopie o resec ema o ka se Majo mo nkofo ma asase nungwafo sa tam no mo asase bia 62 acres Topkins there na obia hu ne bibia enne o ma press conference say Majo ye ni judgment plan
but some last time I'm on the regional minister in issue sana mo small judgment plan
yes ye di bibia kire o mo
enti we ni free
emi nwanwa enti enne nwumre me pese enum guase anumwafo ohun abo ne fi se o se abonten ba no onim se ono ase ne ho enu bi na numwafo ye no na emi ya se mpanyifo mo tenase ma abrantie we young guy ebe dada mo se mo mbra out mo meka se Majo any Supreme Court judgment nunwa stool in fact maguma numa se papa
munya mo Supreme Court judgment time be
yenya no 5th May 2004
5th May 2004
yes
Obia
challenging that
since 2004
never
Obia challenge mo judgment
Debbie
okay na judgment no fa asase kese ben say ho
asase one judgment na 1793 plus acres yes
okay and court no ruling mamo
yes in favor of Okpelo Sowadin family and Majo
and Obia
challenge ye
ma possess land no
yes ye possess land no but part bi wo honoma e wo trasako e chire honomo ye say ekọ ho a ohona numuafo omode we langas ebe ha ye wan asase so ya kwa
na ebe de no aka say numuafo bia nye obi fufuru bia
okay the entire make say numuafo na mama example just 3rd Wednesday last Wednesday koye press conference they were talking about the same land say omodia enso asase ne nyom de na om say ye ni judgment plan enti anwumre we be pese me prove che numuafo say omagu omani ma say judgment plan ye be hwe say ye wana ye ni anwumre we
go ahead.
Thank you very much. Nana me say adwuma mo ye mo adwuma do na mo de ye adwuma no. Se obi ka se o court ana ye nyina ye court wo Ghana ha na ye asase sema when you say court no allow mema brief we be minim say ye mean say wo mere bebre court no allow ma wo de oniama eden eba court ho eniama bi te say the land you describe the land until they are court you describe the land in the description no you are telling the court the location of the land the boundaries the landmarks or the adjoining owners if you are only microphone bo share oh ka sa niama we actually court na court na clear idea about that land so court proceedings in court so court ni ma ho kwan say what the plan and na court need to me yi obi e ma mo koye asase no a plan most of the time license surveyors no mo yes adwuma no now say plan ni be ma you are telling the court the acreage of that plan and na wo dey indenture ni niama bebre a court no betumi aka bi say that's the exhibit now nana there is no land litigation our court plan anything enka ho so we yes ade na say court no o rule den e den no gina so na obeka say okay maruya de asasu ama Peace FM in the Peace FM asase na how many acres 2000 acres unless we the plan anything akọ now majo asase e travel from yes court judgment e travel from high court up to the Supreme Court no one form tete o ntumi anka hwe now asase aba sa Supreme Court e plan na ye de koye no eno na otembuafo no na seasoned chief justice na omudi yasem wood num brobe num eno mo ma judgment ye de plan ekoye na omugi tumu so they rule in our favor so one for plan ankwa court ni ehun de how many acres awo it is a no for koye press conference na omugu o manim asese majo ye ni judgment planner me bi so mo say and then ye de koye na Supreme Court edi asem ne maye omuka say ya sase 1700 something acres. Now let me explain the meaning of judgment plan to Nungwa people. Ya ka say judgment planner a surveyed plan or a plan prepared by a licensed surveyor reflecting exactly what the court has decided based on the accepted plan you submitted to the court. That's the meaning explanation of judgment plan. It is say you need judgment planner in Kebane send rule in favor of Majo. Now trust me, your judgment plan no far. We share boundaries with all this Ajingano, Otano, Jordan Mine. You judgment plan in the amount share boundary with. Next show the number of acres. Now two, Nungwa, I'm educating you people. In informing you say Omba Bejina Bonte no magu omo animal asesa biom. Now let me prove them beyond reasonable doubt. Ghana form party omuntie. Major the letter Ekoma Land Commission attached our judgment plan. Say Land Commission mon hwe mo records mo say your judgment plan e de bremu is recorded in your records. Be pacho somebody to me age letter yama until Land Commission reply monji letter ma
go ahead me woni nyina
thank you. Until me ba be kan reply mo de ban say to Okpelo Sowadin family 20th February 2023. Ari petition on Okpelo Sowadin judgment plan. Petition on Okpelo Sowadin judgment plan.
Okay.
Or say we acknowledge a receipt of your letter on the above subject matter. Not just a letter then they acknowledge the receipt. I have been directed to inform you that the judgment dated 5th May 2004 in favor of Okpelo Sowadin family of Majo is recorded in the records of Land Commission and same still subsists and as such will be reflected when such are conducted. Counting on your blah 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 blah. Nana, me pacho, mo de brofo de munim de o maken. Beso o chire mu chire Ghana. E chire say ye need judgment plan nana. Thank you. Nungwa for your press conference, pacho minister wait your press conference na. Kona ko he please say from your station bi oba hanuma de kan nyina e ko wiase afa na nyina very credible. Me mpese e ba be gina no ma e be kasa ye fa document enti pacho mo show mo press conference omo si ye need judgment plan but me pese nungwa kin me who press conference na kin on ti hobi but me say he's aware of the press conference or he's not aware. If he is aware and the king me pacho brantie no omugu Nungwa Stu Nanimase. Ben down so NDC constituency chairman, Ewo Krowo, or no choice, I did Yamamo, no catch them moon penny for say. Moon corner, moon conco casa, and Guasism, and a Mundi Gumo, Stu Nanimase. Came me pacho. But more than a chiben one more mechano creno actually rather than relying on Ben down so dim trust the chiro day in day out intro on cano creno yede and so you not got land commission board so Ben down so the land commission board so you are well educated o say major any judgment plan from high court to supreme court now what we be that
okay so issue then say more if anything ruling a free supreme court meboa
mbachwan
ena nungwafo no se momu ni bi
yes
enye sa
mbachwan
nti monkrata na wo de abre mi enye sa
yes
great ena nungwafo no se munni
ye ni bi
e je say mo issue ni nyina ne say de nungwafo kan enye sa na
intro no mudi
okay so then na obeka twatfo
kakra american say mesre nungwa manche intro na bend down so edi kire no already ne ben na nkasa wa ye ne ho langard me pacho mo hwe ade we Accra Regional Police on manhunt. No more you bend down so. The Adansie. And at times, Ningina bend down so. Yanina share war assassin our police headquarters. Until Land Commission, yeah, the petition called bend down so. Man and step down because there is a clear conflict of interest, abuse of office. Onipa or yeah landard on here.
Or no, why they?
Good. Now every into kwa ye ko majo asasi bend down so ene ene ne ko ti mema away times ni din be mu ni bebia na ye sane na ko share asasi we won our police headquarters oko raise issues bebia na police catch am say has majo judgment been set aside na osibue omo ye be 200 na omo de omani wo ko ye enti bend down so no one ye ko majo asasi ye ho ono akro ya ne atam na koto land commission board you catch the president, you the petition call. On bomb the known two thousand.
And your mom was asking Quantina say, "Oh, deserve." Was he no Collins Commission for uncle?
No, sir. I think say you got conflict of interest, sir. Nana. I mean, you should me my memory, but I can explain into details what a conflict of interest is. And yes, sir. Oh, nipa all kuasase ho. Ye asas your registration process. Aye be ye or land commission. Now, nipa on here call what the Nakwa Land Commission Board. I will give you a typical example. And almost I no form go and say, Omoko 2 judgment be or says civil appeal number J410/2019. Throughout their press conference, no more sa nama we no more boy. It means that the entire land they are fighting and no ni.
That's anti your friend says, assume me say o baby out. Na down so baby a only penny tea. Sansum mutumbet can say ya. Oh,
Metma can prepare Ben now some patron call police headquarters, criminal investigation department. Nanu for more be 200. Minimum and never ho. And I'll say Majo assassin your dear. True or false? Oh, to me cast a false.
All right. Other bon poma me na fi ye hwede ABC. Enti they say dem mo kan say mo ka che nungu afo say they should stay off Masasi.
Well, fear assassin nyamuda na munja ntro na omudi mpanyifo no so I really respect them but the omo ye no in fact e de nungu ase e bre nungu astu no. Enti omo ntwa so. Asase no mo nsa nka ne ne omo nsa nka ne chena enyo omo dia majo asase nungu aye nungu astu e na majo asase family line.
Asase no mo mi nyina mo hu de ndi am fama me.
Majo dia majo dia ye hu majo dia takashi bi no mo pese omo ye but emfa
ya me dase ebe ye bera ma se enti o de sasa sui so se no ane ne ona bo helicopter ka ho asem
no pepe no pepe
na na say da mo ba ha e di ho nkomo me ho ha no obi frɛ me free helicopter office ki kan de ba ka na me say na me ona bo helicopter pinu ya pani no me ne ni asem but asem de e ba ye re to ba bi a eda
nana ye no a nana mbacho me brother so all the kitu bi be so
okay yeah 2 minutes ma me na yen
okay enti me da nana se sawa ma yakwanya we ye chia me chia ye tiefo nyina em say omo press conference no omo kan bebi kan efa writ of possession e obi dada nana eni demolition order nyina kan ho sa yenya aye no ye tro koma resec and all the security service 2016-2017 time now I execute sa writ of possession way. Now the current IGP was the regional commander at the Accra regionals and to onimbi saa rate of possession we ye de ko ye adwuma otosako asase we omo ni ye ku ho any langas no ye possess asase no every that time ton quite recently we dey ba ni say ye call because of boundary now omo ye kwe na ade ni request be saa nya man ntino afa Dr. Garibaso e ma ye ko ye rate of possession ni bi na ye de ko ye boundaries nyina e wa ha e na mo ma ye saa plan we eno na ye de kan wo de show call land commission omo see ye judgment plan no wo omo we mu omo my report enti na no wo afọ ka say awon akoji stay of execution eno ntina land commission enti me proti asas ne my no na me bi sabi say anje bia no na stay of execution no is it bigger than Supreme Court judgment they be eno so free high court enti sa ndema na omo kan de omo yim free mu na dia me pese me kan so say ne enti aye mention bendan so di ni say ben no osi ono no ye managing director for Topkins ena no was too na ye proti asase e land commission enu na ye fa na we no uko land commission omunye omu judgment 2001 no omako proti omu judgment no agu ye judgment 2021 no akogu ye de no so ena secondly uko land title ya asase na ya proti wo land survey department ena lands commission uko land title la na ye de asase ni bia ama asama properties wa ye title wo so na first uko ya ohun bibia kama omunya judgment na sa omu judgment na ye kotu ye no J14 something 19 no omo control wo ho the last one say be ya e be deter customers not to come and buy the land that there is a matter in court meanwhile no Topkins judgment no omu wie 2021 and up to date sa de no wo ho one ye onu be no onu no odi enim ema nuwa any Topkins enti asem we enti na ye ka say baby o wo no a conflict of interest. Okay. Now omo kan say o na all protecting nuwa asase na de enyo ne korre sai ko CID headquarters baby e be ko bia benda so na yi nenim recycle ho ye ko CID o baby e be ko bia na ade ba ko am pese me di tu Ghana man say yes president ma say sisi anu benda so na ko ye no land guard e na odi land guard for e run ya asase no say nye first then second e bi na ye ne de a share we ye de a share no enti enese mi kan say yesi ejuma bi ko so tosako so ejuma bi wo honum yesi langa so akobubotu and this is what is happening. Yes, I buy say on sorry no interest assembly my because ankotwe ya na amanipa akotwe ne kan wo.
But where are you kind there? Honorable Hencote ni dinim ni hunim.
Ni hunim. Ba onu na ni ya start here.
But na we dey ni hunim.
Ni hunim. Ni hunim. Ba you ni san fi mu. Ayi ni san fi mu. Enti
na ba ko dey say ni hunim.
Oni obium.
Okay, Mate. Mommy and fancy
Topkins the judgment and do 62. You say man for unity 62 acres of land and no they call high court, appeal court, high court, Supreme Court. And almost person almost this 62. This was contempt of court. They are misinterpreting the judgment and putting that into the eye of the public. Yes, sir. Judges for omo sorry no share these two judgments no. When I say my person can and that's a party for your mission.
Mate, also didn't say bium.
Richard ni Ajete Mensa alias brother.
Brother. And Clement. Clement, Madam Massey, Bibian, why? But more assembly about Monfabo Trenka. Monco Yana Sekai, some Monco any Tusem. Said a modern mra, Eka some nano. Patapa, Puto, Edemrane ro. So. Patapa Puto, Edemra, and a row. Kenya would say the mechanic. They said a mode Emrano Kono by what can Supreme Court judgment? What documents are ye the cancer as I say some Sani Cano. And ya no, and ya much near the cancer system, a documents. It won't fam rano sending a more yeno na more manon famoso, Emma Muja be and film. What it? Moja feel good ye, a idea Yamichi, Nanin. Mon fam rano a den ha mu benya pani mu ba ko a odo de odo no kure be adwuma no be kam asema mam but mon masse kan ntwe mon matu nto e wo mudin mu e ba sa mo ja bi e be hwe agu no mudin be da ho a ko
you're right
but emfata mo nti mamu ja nhwe ngu why mon fam ranka na ye krambo sa mo kase sama mo start as na current IGP or Accra Regional Police Commander.
I think
it will be important some of per time. Na mumbuki appointment na munku huni biom.
Okay.
Na on mamu men. non protect my assassin mama.
Thank you.
Why?
Na that's
So Damas. I mean Shiramo, Damas papa.
okay, bye.
Afei abusiafo afei na mene emra sebedwafo no so ebebo enkomo bedi ka kire mo se Honorable Kwame Apia Kodua ye MP Fante Akwa North na Honorable Dixon Chiredua Stuttgart ono so eye Brekum West omumienu na nwumre mene omo ebetwetwe enkomo na Honorable Apia Kubi de Apia Kodua de minhyi anada ba Stuttgart de me nuane no mene ni nyina na free sunwan ni nyina ye dada ho kakra usunwan ya ne ono abeye MP waje adwuma we ato ho ma yese enhwe akiri no ro nye biom ode ato ho so mpe ana busuga
adana kadna
na ti say
adana mo pese mo ma e compulsory retirement asa
na say de wo ye
say adwuma we kadna ye nya yo
ba de wo ye
so ntro adwuma
menya sure so wo beba
o de bi
wo beba bi
so ntro adwuma
enem ko ka kire sunyafo no
ya pantan na ye de aye adwuma ya mi ne pa ye nkopoku ne kan ye o say so ntro adwuma politics ye de ya pantan na ye
ya
pantan zure nyankopon adom da bi e wo ho enti once a journalist always a journalist kadna last week me call me hame
hey
just allergy adama
and one krame
just allergy ne papa 15 years nti me hame de
na wo me hame na one krame
kadna
ubetwa dwan ubetwa
kadna so nim say me my bono any hafu
minimpa
enti
ma sense wo me hame
de me hame ne de bia
na esen ka krame
de bia
anyway now what is about
say and there that's wrong
okay
exactly 6:34 on 8th December afe pepepe nne
da bia beba ho into the way the nchia keke
make
wo da tenchia nfo na no ane
na
koma
me tenchia no kadna kese pa be kwama eye Brekum West
okay
me district chief executive na district director of agric mofa Mr. Danso and team afi omoye Brekum West Farmers Day it was super nyankopon adom ekopie mu omoye adwumaden na once again ya kire se Brekum West ye ba oman food basket ye ka ho asem na ye di mu akotene papa pasese ya cement your position say one of the top 5 districts in the whole Ghana are you produce tomatoes enunti aban flagship irrigation program na no agric minister kopa hontuma president kopa hontuma e wo kukuo mu no next stop Brekum West 4 different strategic locations within the district solar powered irrigation said the tomato production and vegetables ahodo all round season farming kadna no dan chenya enra Kodua okay me hu me ba be ka say
mame mo no so atranse na fe
the account enra dia na special greetings to the right honorable speaker of the Parliament of Ghana Honorable Babin unim say Fourth Republic isha asie only the only person awatna parliament is from 93 7 January basin ne on free parliament da
no correct
o the MP 2020 obe free so no ena ye sign to abama na be speaker
no correct
enti enra o share first time as MPs and all share experience my mentorship na kadna na idea keke o speaker ni nim dia across the globe eba mrashe adwuma sesi aye ka say Africa ha nyina the geopolitical group of IPU or not na chairperson Ukraine Russia ntokwa ayedin a
kara chere minimo we minimo pa
Ghana Russia may cut the person Honorable Abamba Ben the right Honorable Speaker
Mote Ghana
when is the Ukraine Russia ntokwa no
Mote ha
eminent personalities are ye pe omo akwese asundie beba no the whole world parliamentarians are who share no ye yina ka ho
na bokwe
enti enye adeketwa
na bokwe
enti I want to celebrate the right honorable Speaker Abamba Ben for the mentorship, the leadership our parliament. Yedru babia yedru na President Mahama so mafo akwanyen so achia na enura de oyeye no aso the rank and file of the party ani
o bekaza o numsio Henry Momanisio na honorable chere kwara chere de wo ja na nye ne no bekaza wi o mode munya Momanisio honorable apia akodua honorable fanti akwa no majo
yada mase ne di kan yada Peace FM matiefo nyina ye chao enwumre na machia former president Kufuor ene na woda enti papa baby awo bia yesre nyame nhyira ma se nyame onyi woni ufiefo nyina mfi adom nkwadom na nyame ema won transinche na nyansa nyame edema won so odi aboa Ghana man emri a wo wahomegye na machia mema he da sebre miriku afaria otosumienu ohimpon oye Mfanta Akwahi oye Begrohi ono anso na ye Binkumhi ewo Achimegbo kwa traditional area oye nipa ye gene tumpra kope efise odimpuntu na aba ade beboa nemai ye kosono nso na ma join minua Bekum West MP menini shishia wo program so every platform so there and then I am my first time nti we are not just obo so
ono waba hajao
yes
ono na ba hajao
other programs them menini shishia so pa a very nice person na ya bo yakuafo so abaso yakuafo a ewo Mfanta Akwanof nyame ye yadom ye ni assembly mpanifo ni agric mpanifo etimi kwa kambom ema ye district farmers day no e ofe yase ekoso fefefe nti ebeba kuafo abaso akuafo e Mfanta Akwanof ni akuafo Ghana henyina so mun koso no mun kukura o man na adwuma mo ye no e adwuma ye so ye ni so e hona me ka kire o man for se me na mi nyin na papa o ye chichani but a full adwuma ya no ya chia akuafo ma ya full adwuma so much say even you can background meeting akase ya adwuma chi intimate meeting akase by extension me so me ye okani ba ya area no se na menu ani kan say area no area no e woni ma income then tomatoes production e wo bo ho any other communities are very high cabbage onion and plantain cocoa ya dia produce of Burkina Faso for to kwai start na Burkina Faso cars trucks ba empam area ni dey so area befa jeni no na ya dia ekosro nti I'm happy say me no nyina ye fi constituency ya farming constituencies ni chese betimi adidi ho nkobo
na mabeto host so ono so yekuani
eni abeto host so kadna so ono so yekuani kadna ya damase the platform for so ase opportunity mode mai
yes so ya damase papa awusa for me mpanifo anemi ne omo edi dwuman no wate omo nka no honorable Dixon Chiredua Bekum West and afi honorable Kwame Apiakudio na kasa sesi an Mfanta Akwanof Nana nkomo ni nyina kwa kojina December 8 2024 December 8 2024 na mekai se yede na yedaha sabre na yada fie ha be 3 days na yenyanko fie na ye wa ha se ya in fact in 2020 election despite media one constituency, one reporter. By 2024, a minimum of 2 reporters per constituency. Miani Bioha had 3 and have 4 constituency reporters and a call 1 constituency. They said there be a no time be your resource, no that time be your resource. The copy say more started basabasa and the bibia or hakamakama, but now in trend no near Husenia and Nema AC aircraft. Eti ebaka aka ye ho kakra na ya hwesenia eniema ebisi akọ na fe duru ba bia na ade no ase nia ye ho ani aha aye ho ani ase ye kọ ase ye ba ase ade ye te se ho na afa MPP retain ana wo malusu etesen ena Dennis Miracle Abuaje na o ye kasamafo ema Dr. Bawumia campaign ba no no cause for alarm. No cause for alarm. We are in a comfortable lead. But on one comfortable lead, also we are winning. We are winning. Dennis Miracle Abuaje.
Everybody in this country knows that this is not the first time we are going through this. Unfortunately, as a people, we have to deal with being inflicted with this every single election period. The NDC are clearly losing these elections and they know it. As we speak, the elections have already been counted at the polling stations. Every political party has copies of the pink sheets. They know it. They know very well they are losing these elections, and that is why they would call for havoc. We are winning these elections as a party. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is winning these elections, and that's why we are saying that let's protect it. If we are winning, why would we want the electoral processes to be disrupted when we are winning? And so, I'm sure a lot of you recall the story in the Bible. I think it's a Solomon story. The story of the 2 rival women, where they went to sleep, woke up in the morning, and one of the babies are dead. Now the king calls these 2 women fighting over the living child. And then he says, why are you fighting? He said, this is my child, this is my child. Then the king says, okay, no problem, bring me a sword. This is the living one. Cut the living child into 2 so that you can all have a half of it. Now, you remember, the woman who knew very well that the dead child is her said, yes, kill the baby. Kill the baby. Now, the woman who knew that this child is my child, and because he's my child, I don't want the baby dead, said that, my king, if you would please her, give her the child. All this woman sought to do was to make sure that her child does not die. But the other lady that knew that she was guilty, knew that she had already lost her child, was willing for both of them to lose their children. That's exactly what the NDC are doing. They know they've lost. They know they are nowhere near victory in these elections. And that is why they would irresponsibly call on their supporters to move towards the coalition centers to disrupt the coalition centers. Already, we have heard of incidences in some of the constituencies. We saw some on TV, where some NDC persons were somewhere in Dansoman, breaking through the coalition center and basically attacking security services. What is this? At the coalition centers, you have your agents. Why do you want to go and destroy ballot papers and disrupt the electoral process if indeed you are confident that you have won these elections? Why? Why would any political party that is willing and ready to lead this country, why would any political party that is very, very clear in his mind that he has won this election want to disrupt these electoral processes? We will not allow that.
Dennis Miracle Abuaje, the evangelist, apostle, bishop, doctor. Dennis Miracle Abuaje. No hope pa sense no kan de agisha manfo egran kekedia me nyabotre de nyabotre honorable Stuttgart nyabotre enti Miracle ye we ni wie ye no em say Dr. Bawumia tiwa ohwa hu say ade no emfa so anopa be 9 o'clock and a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia out to Frankama MPP amanyuku no oba abonten na contrary to the Miracle ekae no say na Dr. Bawumia kan.
Following yesterday's presidential and parliamentary elections, Ghanaians at home and abroad have been sitting on tenterhooks awaiting the outcome of the election. Let me say that the data from our own internal collation of the election results indicate that former President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has won the presidential election decisively. The NDC has also won the parliamentary election, even though we await final collation for a number of seats. However, I believe ultimately that these will not change the overall outcome. I have just called His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to congratulate him as President-elect of the Republic of Ghana. I said during the signing of the Peace Pact that I was sure of two things. Ghana will win and peace will reign. The people of Ghana have spoken. The people have voted for change at this time.
Enti ne dia ye betwa so ha. De okakosi ya ne se Ghana fo akasa. Na Ghana fo asisem. Oni bibia obeye to the contrary. Ojitum. Wa freni nua pani. Ama ne trinkwa. Monekon, moneyo. Na osre Ghana fo nyina se obi anye basabasa. Enye ne saa. Enu achi ena His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Enso be kasai.
I'd like to thank the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, for his statesmanship in conceding the election long before the declaration of the results by the Electoral Commission. This concession largely diffused the tensions that are characteristic of high-stakes elections such as this. I also just received a call from His Excellency the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. He graciously extended his congratulations to me, and we had the opportunity to discuss matters related to the Joint Transitional Team. We agreed on an early inauguration of the Joint Transitional Team as early as Wednesday, the 11th of December. I conveyed my sincerest regards to him and expressed my readiness for us to work together to ensure a smooth transition in the best interest of the Ghanaian people.
All right, until 1 year down the line, the Tiani say, Ubia de Nentuabo, Nenisu Adihunu, 133 you, reset you, it is possible, anya possible. Nina ko election, but the Coco Ye Asiano. Na NDC, Asamoa Otoma Ghana, ena eto Ghana Sumua, Ghana etoye. Na ode tumino, eshe nensa. 1 year down the line. How far? Honorable Chile, me know what I say.
Yo, Cardinal, me do ase bebre na ma fa kwenyen so.
Hey, Honorable Chile mpacho, me ya yem from Subi. Mame ma Papa Kufuor happy birthday.
Special one, of course.
Ene eye yewura Bosompra Kofi die wu ejekum Kufuor ama paaba. Ene Papa Kufuor Auda. Your Excellency, the gentle giant, the father of fathers, the president's president, Your Excellency John Ejekum Kufuor. Happy birthday, Papa. Yame Emma Ahoden sa. Say obi a we politics bi anke be year. O de pebe 5 minutes pebi na ko Papa Kufuor. Na on ne ntanase na onu ni nkomo kakra. ebi anka bema choka na Ghana politics mu no to bi twa kakra papa onkwaso happy birthday ona mo chere to aso
kadra menso memfa kwanye so na memma ye papa ye kufuo happy birthday but kadra enra okasa kakra o uzana nsan bi okase sisi de so nye MPP ni bi mu sadin o enra nso kansem kakra cathedral honsem bondholders and Roma and Enra former president April ni minimum kakra kadna the dikan what ye me since 8th December 2024 me respect me de ama yura Mahmoud Bawumia abesi sabre no ama mentai and criticize no because on that day the year no so Ghana ni bia ni international community diplomat sana say ochre say oye true leader or Guinea Ghana and kind kro
na
even though me jidi say only what it takes now to become president of Ghana, but he displayed true statesmanship on that day. And I think say idea as young politicians, it is not easy. So when you invest your resources, your energy, everything, and when you are so confident that you are cruising to victory, to say the miracles abuaje. So confident na outcome na ebeba no totally different. In fact, how many people choka into kwa so bia in fact when you are winning elections you know when you are losing, but how many people are ready to concede in this manner, especially when your government is in power. Regime say you can use all other means to manipulate the result. So the early concession is something ma respect papa no edi ababe sinne said the medical can even do. I've already said say ba akonwa no se sia de a menyin ni se nemra so ana se owo de ebetumi amana di present sia. That's my position, but it's a true statesman say you respect no for sadena. Oh yeah, you know, and it tells you, President Mahama and to victory speech, the way I acknowledge former President Akufo-Addo, acknowledge former Vice President Ira Bawumia. That relationship, Kadna say Ushia President Mahama ne sampayimfuya pleasantries any the way omoye omonoman there DPP say amanyo semenya dia esese etiti yentem. Now on the crux of the matter, Yewura John Dramani Mahama major campaign message and they say you better transform the economy of Ghana. At the time I hear to Obama President Mahama on the 7th December, you didn't see a kunyaso. Now dear digan and yakesiye ye normal boa into me fa kwa your friend inflation. In fact, 2022, 2021, 2022, 2023, a rising year could do 54%. At the time, I buy no free a kunyasono, oja around 24%. That is 23.8. And a dija a year, President Mahama. President Mahama buy Bosome Duba Kuni Wasusoma. I make a say a year around 6% now. From 24 to 6. Say inflation no. A bina born home modern. I say ye no ma bo ebe jina. Sabre krona a bino e free so a President Mahama ebe so akunwa mu no. Ghana ye nim say ye no ma dodo na ye de bo man no ho bra no ye kra free amanone. Sika ye de kra ye dollar. It is a dollar no bo kosra and no ma ebe bo man mu. Dama edoma no bo ayedene ayetwa me bo enti aban bia sɛ yɛ president Kufuor aban sɛ yɛ president Rawlings aban president Atameos aban president Kufuor aban president Mahama aban bia fiscal policy kɛseɛ pa baako ne sɛ wobɛhwɛ sɛ dollar no ebetumi agina faako na mpo sɛ ebetu anamo a enkoye birikatente a yebe stabilize dollar no at the time president Mahama ebetena konwa so na dollar no enenam 14 cedis 15 cedis sisi a ye kasai dollar no agina 10 cedis 11 ekwa se ekwa 12 ana asanya twa by and large dollar no entumi cross 12 at a point the core 12.5 but asanya ba on the average it is hovering around 10 and 11 cedis. Now I stay on so for
and the Bank of Ghana rate 11.4 interbank rate.
Exactly.
Bank of Ghana.
That's why America's on the average because in fact they general 10 point something chair 12 kakra so on the average we are still under 12 cedis and I think say in a way I stabilize it for a very long period. Again, Ghana dear ba affecting prices of goods and services fuel prices. Ghana dear two fuel more na enoma bo ashas ye kosro. Abra President Mahama ba na petrol no gallon ba ko enenam 16 cedis ko 17 money ade. Sesei o hwe petrol no bo ba bia ate ede aba. In fact, enre ya me call constituency Farmers Day member car na me fele 1200 say me fele 840 na matumi afele enti ama ahoto kakra aba in terms of fuel
what's the car now fele saying
1200
and now fele say
840 so just
fuel buying
diesel we use diesel
and a diesel is per liter
diesel around auto gallon in around 65 63 65
cent per liter
men check exact liter price
and our car now we use a fuel 800
840
on about
840 cardinal
and this our car now we use 840
800
and this on about
cardinal sana fele
menyesa
cardinal
sao car na isi wono
cardinal
one fill one o car na isi wono one fill kwa anya 1300
cardinal percent menka we dey si hano o me use pick up no why pick up no me dey call me use pick up no pick up no we mu nu ayi we mu kura kodua V6 meba kodua V6 o feli edu 1000 no we ye V6 enya akese no we say obi anu ane dey o feli around 1000 full at the empty 1300
and I can say super goil prices na me bochire ono super 14.85
fatans 4.5
per liter
fatans 4.5
and a diesel 12.76 per liter
12.76 times
o kind of liters
times 4.5
ben
maybe for gallon 4.5
I don't kind of gallon bago
times 12.10 o say
12.76 o kind of gallon bago
wow kadana he
Debbie
fuel price
o kind of liters
fuel price na kra me fa 60 something no say 57 cedis
Debbie enya gallon na make am say
gallon back 57
o kind of liters saying
kadna me check your liters do hey kodu ya o kind of how many liters
o dey enya kodu ya sika do o dey na make am say
sika
o pick up no
kadna
o pick up no fail e fa liters saying
sika do a o dey fail no na o dey check it
e depends on kind of fuel liters
is around those pickups is around 12-15 liters.
What make you
gallons? Make gallons. So 12 to 15 gallons. So 12 to 15 gallons times maybe
one drum.
One with the 15 gallons times 57.
Ghana food
855. So that's the exact amount to American ones and 1 gallon 57 cedis. And for 15 those pickups the maximum pickup no hey
me no parliament da be na
o dia na wo usua side way because you are da be na wo usua side way can na the point we are building are we not no can na you disputing say petrol price are abandon the nija to ho no ene ne de eye pa na
I'm not disputing that.
Good. And I'm telling you, say, me fele car a year 15 gallons at 840. O say there be, but 15 gallons, no, at the rate, no, 855, and car don't totally empty. So the point I'm making is say major savings. A year fuel dollar price above from
okay.
Medical aka inflation. Abafom again at the time ye ba mu odia we dey be dia dance energy sector debt obeka ya president Mahama be free konwa so 2016 ye pass esla energy sector levy ye pass ya president Mahama implement na olusu election 8 years abanda da no ba ye no esla gave us 36 billion instead say they be the free energy sector debt no Yamfa Sikadan the free. Abai we free so no. The energy sector was on the brink of total collapse. Ye as a result of meticulous planning and aggressive investment in the energy sector. Say yenkaniano by and large Jinana nine so stabilize it. That is within the last 11 months. Again, Kadana free SHS yen ehun sensem di nua ne sem headmasters ye transfer money ade ye buy 11 months he mean ka say all is perfect but especially one of the major issues ana eye feeding ana ye kan ho asem ewo eye school feeding say secondary schools and the problem is minimized completely because of timely releases are echo into a free access.
Again, NJB na meba NJB meko unua so na ansa na meko unua so na de ba ko a mo campaign mu gidi se e ma Ghana for dodo no agi mu di ye gina so to abama mo ye 133.
Exactly.
133. 1 year down the line 133 what am to say?
Cardinal 133 is on course. Now 133 no it is not an event, a process. Ni nyina ne say ansana 133 no ubetumi roll it out fully no. There are some fundamentals also the good form. The edikan infrastructure key say yes yen create a human private sector industrialization. Ni ade say ye akwan ho adwuma. Say yes yen 133 a say ye ma bambo Hunsem eye pampe ye benya security personnel on beye adwuma. Let me give a classic example. Brekum West a free Brekum Kodrobo and robbery issues they can wasem na Cardinal Yankopon Adom. After that statement me call weekend the police are making serious breakthrough a number of arrests remanded a number of people. Ni nyina challenge kesi o ho ne say number of personnel on benyo omo apetrua mane barriers because usi barrier
133
you need a number of personnel so
133
the foundation no but so one and America no that is why the government is rolling out big push putting infrastructure
and this a big push as an 133
alongside you cannot and that is why I said it is not an event and yet one day sorry I will say why 133
no
you provide the enabling environment you know Cardinal one thing about 133 a man for NTRC and they say abayana anka say ye ba ya ye be mo say enuma ma ye for ni
adwuma ba ko treasure
exactly so abeden adwuma ba ko
adwuma big push them
man adwuma ben adwuma ba ko be den for nipa 333 de betumi amana fa 333 ne say de betumi amana fa 333 ne say Abina provide the environment because filling station be crap say oh yeah adwuma 24/7 armed robbers inti on to me adwuma we need a number of police personnel recruitment ye benya ama opposite to me aboban all around baby in fact organizations ne entities ombeye adwuma na dwunyina na esese omunya bambo for. That is why this year you go into aggressive recruitment of police, all security sectors, number of personnel.
So the understanding I'm getting is meba. So I understand the meaning and say now yen try ma ban lay foundation in you and
the secretariat has already been established. A team working. We have leader or working you're starting, and in some sectors, you agree. Some DVLA officers, some have started not 133 122 be or more running 2 shifts near there. Gradually we are rolling out. But as I said, within the next 2, 3, 4 years, Yenle Foundation, it will take off. And so
it's only 4 years Nebele Foundation. They mean that
not Foundation. I say it will fully take off. Now it's taking off. I've told you.
So it will fully take off in 4 years.
By then we will see full benefits because one day event, it takes time, and the foundation we are laying, putting infrastructure, and let us be clear, environment will be created their support to private sector so that they will run 133. Then government agencies,
government agencies
not the government agencies, some BTC passport offices now running night, day and night shift. Some DVLA offices are running Temahabo. There are some Kadena won't do payments after 5. Now some banks are running at night. So gradually, as you go on, then you expand, and a lot of companies will come on board. Those who want to come, for instance, filling stations are making. Say Obi, say Obenya Security and Najo Roberts, they will all come on board.
But so one thing and only the Uche
and the Egusua Air Cosono. And all sectors. That means that one day you buy 133. Now buy that when you are starting morning. Obviously that is not going to be possible.
But
put the infrastructure down.
Honorable Stuttgart and I attend Kano, Brekum West, Mamin Fionaminko Fantiaqua North. Fantiaqua North.
You cut now.
Honorable member Fantiaqua North, you have the floor.
You cut them with that, Papa. Sir, one who send you brea or explanation. Ombe Bressa. Wouldn't contemplate beji to me about Miss Oberbressa.
Fantiaqua for the Casadin Cacramon.
You mean that's it. Sad don't hear him say, about why to any enra and pepe. And he bought one tanso. I hear as so mine. The Nianum to me share Monsania or what timid eye. Now, Nidikai, met that President Gufado as a papa. Say what me a handy over a very peaceful country. Ediama Unianum and DC4. Yebeda President Gufado do I say. Namada Dr. Mahmoud Baumian so I say, Utimi Ejitum and 10 no Utimi Jitum, Emma Utimi Itimi Bossum Bia na Yahue as on mine, a bohum by. Na me hona menu an can also Dr. Mahmoud Baumian Ejitum and I had a pa or a leader or a say. Name president they won't mean it. Then you all know, and you all know the bed determine. Yeah, party when you bet me the president and I want to be the president. Yeah, party for no one, you bet determine you bet me the president and I want to be the president. Yeah, independent. But maybe say, oh, my opportunity. I mean, independent because I serve as a constituency youth organizer, I serve as organizer, I serve as a constituency secretary, and I've served as a 2-time regional organizer for Eastern Region. Yeah, the politics on some for over 25 years I've been at the grassroots here. Eti nipa no 5 no de o nyina betime the president but among them no o say choose be the Dr. Bawumia superior echen o maka ne nyina and at anywhere will be samia obi any position on it as a grassroots politician will be samia san meka into who the no can yes what can was as a politician and they debate to baby Jamai after 31st of December ne be take a decision na ye kwaso no so na ya kase ye nuanom NDC4 sabisabio Brazil dia tro nkontompo eni
and I'm still have money so kakra ma
say ye nuanom NDC4 dia tro nkontompo ena ebeji to me efi MPP for some omo fresh program am kan 24-hour economy 24-hour economy no kadna sani o kan pepepepe omo say adwuma bia no wo Ghana ha no eni ni omu be bia kan ho no e be fa emabu 3 times ebi be kwa no pa ebi be kwa wi ebi be kwa nwumre so 3 times and then 10 months down the line 11 months down the line you see but being who are 24 if existing organizations are okay but being who are 24-hour you know Chrome high no mpacho Chrome high no nyina na tia
ona buko bia MP
Chrome high no nyina na tia me immediate example amema wo ka passport officer the immediate passport office minim me call Kofodia passport office ubeti akase Kofodia passport office juma 24 hours
na kra national parliament
me say
no
leave it for me well ubeti akase Kofodia passport office and a Kumasi passport office and a passport office juma 24 hours media me passport office be anywhere we Ghana ha adwuma e fo no e ko 3 times ebi be kwa no pa ebi be kwa wia ebi be kwa nwumre enti yasam ne wo kan enye no kre in any case veteran politician Gusitando ena modern ato 24-hour economy nano obeka kire yen say 24-hour economy na sanso betimi ayama eyi no ohia $4 billion asana otimi aye 24-hour economy na ma eyi na oman baby ayi ginan unim abansi kasam se ne te no man sikasam now obekase 24-hour economy obehia $4 billion asana otimi aye ne chese ade no munya ready samo be ne ukre 2026 budget ye ho adwuma sisi ye guso ye ho adwuma budget ya obi ohia $4 billion de ye adwuma budget ya de cost secretariat on Kadna 80 million Ghana cedi na se 24-hour economy no say government serious pa say also obey 24-hour economy I bet me aboa mabu anya adwuma 3 times wa adwuma bia mu 80 million Ghana cedi for the 2026 budget allocation ya dia maomo no eno no
so but say utie the okan na o say 24-hour economy and shall fully because I think na ban a big push only infrastructure no and me sure say the prudent manager of economy the 4 billion so mpoa ebe kwa to office ya onya nje adwuma se so mfa 4 billion enti bia 80 million dey set up
no Kadna
yes sir
me no a member of parliament send me a member of parliament mpacho
I don't know
so me no a member of parliament send me a member of parliament oh you're very much aware say Mr. Gusitando about parliament about presenting the blueprint
yes
well it is obiba parliament about presenting blueprint I indicated the plan the strategy any tactics or person the humanity e dey biam no here biam say ni o here ni sika o dey be
Kadna
minia okasa no me
yedi papa
minia okasa me yedi
doctor dabi
okasa no how dey ga we are ubenya time okasa no wa
enti no say $4 billion no ebia yentimi nyane nyina ebia in 4 years no how are we doing say ebia first year obenya say second year obenya say third year obenya say fourth year obenya say na ukomano 80 million Ghana cedi eso ofanya juma for me it just 80 million Ghana cedi need there for administration office running and the salary for staff ni ade ontimi me bibia say ye bu akonta ni ahwe NDC for 11 months amobedi modi sese ya it just promises amobema Ghana for nyina montimi ni ba ko bia kra so o kasa wo se energy sector no matimi ahihye de ma ama energy sector ne ekononim na a sector watimi ahihye ne ma ekononim no udi over 28% tariff ene beba a sector watimi ahihye ne ma ekononim mo so mo promises say mo bay reset Ghana ama bibia be fine now wo buy wo start year boom over 28% tariff wahihye ne ma with technical losses any commercial losses nyina ECG no still ekosoro
doc Cardinal.
Well,
let
still
us.
now
Cardinal,
it is hovering over 30%. So would him send me a member of the energy committee of parliament. I am a member of the energy committee of parliament. Energy sector somebody. Also assistant Yama energy. Tell you some of the Abano and Modi Bay Juman. And you're about 20. No, now say savings here. You have been energy committee. If it is efficient enough, if it is efficient enough, what the tellings of over 28%?
No, you are talking about savings.
If the entity is efficient enough,
as a member of energy committee,
what the 28%?
ECG savings.
No.
Savings.
The bottom line in the say, the ordinary consumer, the ordinary Ghanaian. Ni wọ́n tọ̀nà náà ni wọ́n tọ̀nà.
Kaduna mi mpẹ́sẹ̀ mẹ́dí energy bẹ́yẹ politics.
Ẹni ọbẹ̀ bá ta.
Sẹ́yà mo sẹ́yìn ní wọ́n bá náà. Aye pupu mo look at ECG procurement and no ye gu wa ehia ni Roma Esla give them billion.
The bottom line in the say who buy ordinary Ghanaian ordinary consumer ni wọ́n tọ̀nà náà ni wọ́n tọ̀nà. Electricity user ni wọ́n tọ̀nà náà ni wọ́n tọ̀nà. Odi over 28% tariff and I be say nipa ne kon. Na o ka kire na o kwoto akatuamu a na kwoto akatuamu 9%. President Akufo-Addo time mo criticize ni say Akufo-Addo nyehwe mo na mo ba be reset na mo first year no mo ba na Akufo-Addo akatua ono de ma Ghana for no more higher
otu mu otu akatua 20-30% na inflation na 50%. Inflation na 50%.
Inflation won't just say
inflation na 50%.
Inflation as am na saying inflation as am na saying
inflation na 54%.
Oh, to parliament ho budget I'm coming.
As much as I hear politics, let us who energy committee member 80 you are energy committee no who are energy committee member you know the situation
to boase make sure situation in the same SSL will buy in ordinary consumer
energy sector ordinary consumer and what I don't know who you are buying now you are going to say we are going to say
but money you the okane
say
Dabi
every month be more than 400 million Ghana cedi. One cedi. And towards energy sector. Sansika we Akufo-Addo time no. Seka one cedi na ka ojeje enka electricity count to more than 3%. Me say count to more than 3%. Billion. Now buy also mu pepepe. The other be say kon say electricity Ghana for emetua 28 over 28%. Mu fancy wow. Water Mose Ghana for metua 19%. No, Mama TB water was Ghana for metua 19%. And someone me buana. Enti wo claim say system now more running. More efficient, more effective, more productive, and more transform energy sector. No transform energy sector there. Any identity and who the tariff of over 28% ever. And there transformation, you know, the end result and say SSM consumer and hoton.
Wrap up nisi form.
Me wrap up no na me ka say bibia buy no obeto ye no. Ni obeto ye no. Wantimi anye bianka ho. Rather was say no. SSCE resource. No and ye o mai dachi. SSCE resource. The West in 7 years. The West in 7 years. Statistics in Oha. Opa me de bemau.
Okay.
So, and then almost say almost the 292 million ekoto sanitary pads. 292 million odikoto sanitary pad. The unit cost of a sanitary pad over 23 cities. Look at the volume, the quantities ya omokoto. Any unit price of over 23 cities. Yanko kansi ochana. Na yanko bisa say yato sanitary pad one box for. Say where I say unit cost, ebe cost here more than 15 cities ya.
Since you can't be first. Masadat mrem. Among for adwenchira omo de aba na Sadat so Sadat be 7 minutes bi na afi ma che de aka no e de amamo the platform e na waso egusu a utie ebusuafo moma memfa madwenkyira mo de aba no e bi mra man Sadat betrase
okay na adwenkyira aba WhatsApp ne so e na me de ifrase we sin na ya kese nwumre me chia papa President John Dramani Mahama wo ba yi emode mbo wa bobi pa Ghana fo ni so na wo se yanka no kura fa nkyere ho abosume kakra ne NDC betina kunwa no so se Ghana fo nyina beka no kura aba no yemo na ba so onyere ne ho no nye bi nka ho aba na yi ne bi nsida wa bono ho moden enti Ghana fo yembo aba na ba so Kofi Tete edi free South Africa and wodi betumu na nakwa mo abo atia Blekuma Central AK Dr. Bawumia will lead MPP into victory 2028 wo se afinta mu ani na me de hu ne se Ghana ya Kala TV ne ya to black and white aban de bodon bonso ani kura o nso ani bako o se ketua adwumafo ketua yetumu 9% ene enkane abo ye se pejam 15.9 enso ye pejam 9.86 debi we die Robin Peter to people aban no wan boy kura wo se nchankoma commander Moses Abo MPP national organizer hope for na kwa mo abo aten won so die enie so kwa nteso wo se na ya kese obo adwuma pa na neji ene abo discuss na honyakopon chira papa na wo se next MPP national chairman wo rabo acheja akonso wo chairman papa so kwa nteso won so die enie we se good evening na ya kese nyimre wo no abedwafo nyina na mo bo adwuma pa nyakopon chira mo na the political ochiame o Dubai na nyimre uti the platform wo se na no John Dramani Mahama ne professor Opoku Ajiman aban yidie men se den hu sisem bia omodi abo omanmu ne ma bo no gusu ekosoro galamse ne gusu ekosoro distraction nso ekosoro ekwayim ne nsunsu ahodo wo so no de oti Dubai na so nyina ne ekosi nyina no oti ohubi nso so social media ne TV so na dollar rate ne na chese obi se obi a wakasa abafom obi se ndisi ne bia so dollar rate na abafom na so dollar ne free nchen a Ghana fo ho kire omo pa enu nti no propaganda no mo fanto nchen omo nkoso nyadwuma na enuyama ni entimi na ne wo my Ghana mu na God is watching us all we say enchiam koma MPP fo nyina wo kan kwin of constituency especially the godmother Bibia former electoral area coordinator ni boyman electoral area nana yawo nyame nchira papa wonso die eno sinya metiase en wodi etwa to good evening nana yawo kese MPP delegate no omunye careful pa ni pom beto abade amano se Frank Atuni se mo anya careful a grassroots fo no edi ho abufu ma anhwe ya nkuku ebesa aba amamo no medwene ho amontiase da o say grassroots fo no MPP fo beti na so pamu aso mo pekenedi enti omunye ni a grassroots fo no pe enye sana so mo ankasa edi ni omubenya ati no mo ko take decision bia dia eni anhwe a ebesa ayo how edi MPP bi mo say without Kennedy there will be no vote Harrison ewo Asalaja onso dia de baye no na mo amode mu dia fa SMS ne so na me de to aso na kwa mo de makenka baako ewo WhatsApp ne so dada ko mensa pillar 2 aka give Bawumia another chance onso die nie wo so de Bawumia na best ticketers MPP for emmanuel etu franka de mamanyuko na bebo MPP na motimedi nkurim 2028 Haji Asafia Mohammed next MPP national women organizer Urumina for Charles Watin aka OT next NPP Greater Accra Regional Assistant Secretary ku mensa pillar 2 say ochia mu nyina papa kadna me pa cha o ka kire Urumina for represent MPP no ne voice na still na da so form yente okay Francis Gulf City won so dia de ebetu mu eno no ne ya kese o se nana o se na member representing NDC no pass oje na microphone na ni ya say o interrupting ni MPP ni na bra no wakasa so no so kasa no ye nya abotre tie ni pa ntia me ngonwa pa say ni MPP ni kasa wo ma ho kwa ma ne kasa krente yes oje na microphone no na wo se electricity bill no e kosoro no aban no wonhwe ma ne nkosoro kra nya sa dia da bi Ghana fo ntimi fa ncha aban no kra mana ba Steven Pantan village won so dia di ebetu mu eno no good evening the cardinal me pa cha na NDC rep no the voice no wo from MPP say wo from na afis so na afis so me kan kire NDC rep say o man MPP ni nkasa na wo kasa o interrupting na enye kra nti esre de pass o man nkasa mensa wo North Town constituency na ono so di adwenchiri bai na adwenchiri kakra ababegumu na makinka de free hoyi
okay man Sadat me da se papa akasi madudum na abo nondu sa simadunu mu a akai mema mpanifo yi mu bia simansia ona abo kire benya nsia na ona abo kodua nso nyansia de aka ne me dia me na Father Dixon e de afidi ya mame nti de aka ne ye me dia nye obia dia ona abo kire
yo kana yes papa de dikan electricity ene nsuo ho nsensem no meto mebo se mentumi anka bibi foforo kra na mitumi explain a ya de papa no kwasema ewo oman yimu enti na meka se medua honorable Kodua oye member of the energy committee and say a free independent eba besi ena yeti hey investment in energy sector eyade wo fom yi and over the years abai bia subsidize utilities eti oko energy sector utilities na ye ho adwuma no sika esese ECG enya no wo de omo distribution losses inefficiencies eto nchanya sika customers etua no entumi enrane over the years aban bia a subsidize and the situation we have on say ye transformers nyina aye dada obsolete mobile there be na make over the years lack of investment and lack of payment of realistic dues tariffs ama problem e wo ho ne say uko ECG ameme constituency don fete your area baby wo ho a wo amanfo tumi je omo light no mo ACC so ana wie bo be tra na wa be so na wa just because you do anwumre a so light a also odia enso like just say all across the country transformers are one from a book kakra bi dua kan homa kra na light off we need major investment na uhia aban wo akokoduro odwene oman no daache sustainable energy security of this country enuntina in 2015 the two oman no President Mahama Breso from 2013 2014 2015 dum so no enye ade a NDC aban the create lack of investment over the years na banya ebe pile aba be to no that is the result you get na buying a true President Mahama no will take decisive measures bring a badges quickly thermal plant but the long term solution they say meba
memo akasabati
na o the term na mama
baby a wo kan nyina de hia Ghana fo a ne say ya to aba ma wo so be reset Ghana wo ba ye baby anka ne a woni nyina kan o reset no ho mo ba ye kai say na 1 cedi per liter energy fuel bia baby ani baby awo mo ba mo de 1 liter 1 cedi per liter 1 cedi per liter mo de aba mo ji say scan nyina regardless of 1 cedi per liter na mo de abeto yen fuel so no sisi ano kan electricity no nko ano ye check electricity nko ano a mo nko e kra no mo twam 20 26% electricity nko 26
enuntina ban
no mo nam 37%
cardinal question amenzu
investment any line losses ni nyina wo hoda
da educate good eno na amada bia ye wo problem no so cardinal so obako private school
me bako private school
public school ho ye nyisika adena
public school na omo jiska
the point I'm making is say busuafo say ye be you have two options yen to electricity yen to aban no so be faka no but aban no ni sika odi tu you go to public institutions secondary schools near there aban no yes or no betu ya na aban no ntua sa aka no nyina compile ama ye nya services no na say esese ye tua bibi kakra na ye benya reliable service ana say for political expediency ye beka say o yen compare aban we na 200 na me ma Esla no in fact Esla I can say they contributed to the loss of 2016 election because just a year election year and President Mahama the Esla buy a raise 36 billion na buy no lusu ye abuy that no abuy for no buy no 36 million no okay I say was it be your coin instead of investing to deal with the problem
enya nwa say President Akufo-Addo na yes onya de kra na mamu onye no awo no say Ghana bibia no awo no kono na dollar ye 14.2 a ode koye no onu mo ma na ayi no
one fat tariff 27%.
One to me,
okay. When now buy and inflation every 23, about 6%.
Yeah.
Now dollar every 14, about average a hover around between 10 and 11.
Yeah.
To the M5 average, you know, class a 10.7.
Yeah.
To be the average, the M5. And you know, when I say government, they wait me stabilize the dollar. Now, wait me at the inflation above from or no mum. And increase tariff.
But we're just savings from other sector. That is to deal with
or signing 1 cedi per letter as I bet to show. No mum they increase tariff.
The truth of the matter is an American. If you don't play politics with energy, so I buy we bet me decide. They say, yeah, buy be a 4 years, to electricity team die. Bet me at it so. Then Kadoba Pile could go to the sense at the time. Buying that no hand over to President Mahama. Companies supply fuel, say they were not going to supply again. Near buy independent power producers in are suddenly everybody was threatened and said they will shut down. One to power them, so you are not getting money to pay independent power producers. You are not getting money to pay fuel suppliers. Now energy sector no collapse under the feet of the government. Now we are buying papa and I are buying money. So for President Mahama and America, 2016, when it was unpopular decision to introduce energy sector levy, that was the only way to go. Say yes, 36 billion now, and Katema mobile power no, the system would have collapsed completely. Let us don't find politics. Why not? Why not? Yes, we need to confront the problem once and for all. And our energy committee, he knows what we are talking about. Government over government. Kufuoba yo energy sector kato Rollins JB to ho, President Kufuor JB to ho, President Mills JB to ho, President Mahama JB to ho, President Akufo-Addo Ejabafu to ho. So for how long are we going to deal with it? And it takes visionary and dedicated president or say we need to deal with it once and for all. And the issue I was say, yeah, politics. So for political expediency, for convenience, you may decide to say, but how can we sustain? And finally, SSC results. Don't try to do, don't compare results. MY. Because so be argue. People also argue and say, more time, no, for political expediency in tea. Mama and Korano Boapo, more past questions. Would you accept that? And again, Kadna, and Koramo Betro Afi said they were admitted in 2023. 80 chair blames no. And by that no training 2 years. And a year from January to June, 6 months, no mudi way and some. Do mudi 3 years, no mudi was school no. Omudi 2.5, MPP in some. 8 years, 6 months.
Sesana o Canada.
So who takes the bigger portion?
Sesana o Canada. Abanda da no ye domestic debt exchange. Emma ye kata mo twen. Time anese ye tua ye ka no. Ye pushi ni nyina akwa animu ma ye. Aban we buy no nya ba bi twa na ho. Enene inflation aba for mama dollar. The NSA na tie na wo ni abanda da no check credit.
Abanda da na no, but let us be very honest. Say ye to be in case aban dada na nya de papa bi no because you are not being honest. There are areas or decisions be boy. There are areas be they say debt exchange the can say it was self-inflicted. One it say goalkeeper and a defender who one my back pass wrong back pass be two goalkeeper na air question na wa try ye free na wo ka say why there. So you created the problem and trying to resolve it. Memphis results no the politics be
you find your politics no cry na ye ka because media problem no say so ka say WAEC when say vigilation WAEC need teachers ni ade ene eye it will catch them say yeah time no no mo bapa ebinum kasi ye time ne nta won date WAEC
the entina o kasa we say WAEC ne we na ye dia
Now win that why kidney
No.
teachers and you're fine. Results
Me
now
men can't say,
results
because
now
I-
about results now about M1 mine.
Good.
The earlier you do something about it, the
But men
better.
can't say what
So
they
my
change.
so
That is where the
no,
problem
it is. So compare records. Compare records. And idea Messiah can one assembly say Kadna or a member of parliament at Samia. Or we very much aware say appropriation ministries and agencies SCK come to be 2025 no. Ministries and agencies no obia ni ho onya more than 50% releases a government yema om obia ni ho onya more than 50%. The implication in say aban on spending na buying spending na buying aban nyeska aban spending na say all the inflation back from one ni just then why bisa ordinary Ghanaian ni say ni bottom at say bisa ordinary Ghanaian ni say because all the inflation back from one ordinary Ghanaian na say ni hoton the constitution na ko bisa ordinary Ghanaian say ni bottom to say constitution na ko bisa ordinary Ghanaian say eniema no a e wo market ni atete so ana so kan nam say me wi no na me sremo na maboaye na mabodawura mayen say begro Fanti Akwa me constituency Fanti Akwa North constituency capital from 14th year homecoming.
Okay.
Yeah, homecoming from the 14th of this month. Sa the Akosi 21st Sunday. Na yes, say homecoming no. Ghana fo nyina ni wiase fo nyina me boy. On the 21st Sunday and the Kramas Thanksgiving service. Friends of Begro were breaching any wiase nyina and Begro former ni peti Begro nyina ni akabomwa. Sadia yes sadia no na ye see a multi-purpose youth recreational center near the established development fund so the amakron na atimi edimpuntu aba bekane oh no tima betra han na mo platform nso ke say there na ye srese mra munyina mra na mo meboy minua campaign no amokoye ne de mo anu mo be san go back akọ retract most of the things that you said because anyone nkoye ministers ministers buy nyina buy appear before parliament nyina obi esu say abayan timi release this scam na nkoye adwuma abayan timi sika no budget mi say be ma wo sei but abayan timi nyin reti sika no enti so all the inflation kai yakufo at the time na when timi release this scam agencies and ministers ka by this time inflation can nam 2%. Government was the government was really spending in productive sectors of the economy. So most of the time we most spending
most spending or productive sector kwa na mo dem nsa kwa pension sika.
Oh sir I know the pension sika.
Amoso mo ye bio.
Dabi ka the pension sika ubisamia. One of the policy I was not for it. Intimate President Kufuor Yadwin say ye be ubebu oman a enema ni bi wo ho anye yi a public yes ogitum say e bi ade we here me ye ne de ankoye but this for no ni sa no uni and this ni chantuma entuma baako 1.5 no so afa half obeka so ni de na efeche entuma baako a woni and this ni ake no twa bia ma otwa half ma no so afa half obeka so ni de efeche so enti me de the nyame ye yandom na Ghana for the tumi mai 2028 nyame yandom na Ghana for the tumi mai
na ojiri so mbesa tumi
ya amwane yes nyansa film ba mo de ne mo ye kire se efie no president Mahama Kotan wan sua ne ma bebre ne wan bebre ho a politics nti eno aso o kan to so sa o say every district bia obebie industries ama mabu ni ade anya adwuma ye ne boom is president Mahama say 11 months down the line industry be no wabi
is a manifesto de be kan
oh that be
one more one this one the one
president Mahama ka kire say obe establish women's bank budget of 2025 50 million and also the best establish women's bank
and 2026
I'm coming 2026
I'm coming
me office a store crano a store 50 million no almost setting aside some to be women's bank store crowd to me ankoji store lances for the bank crowd to me ankoji and in 2026 some over catch say more the 400 million be establish women's bank 50 million and then I'm the store want me and store cry remember say more microfinance more starting from the store want me and lances crowd want me and now because what the 400 million establish women's bank they just say we need na so bia na bia ho maybe we nyina so say maje metai by this time what the office maybe dem we nyina so am we woni na maje metai no ntim ban for me da mo ase yo me na da so
kadna na unim say Ghana ha and we are here to confirm and for that matter West Africa we na a friend of Alguin to Gueno.
Say
Apple. A lot of medicinal uses. They were the biggest in Ghana. And Eco Village farms, hundreds of acres with Alguin to Gueno fish, Ochea, Woo, so on 28th, 29th. Ghana Air Tourism Authority, a partner at Omoba Brekum West. We are a December, our more program friend December in Ghana. One of the major events, also 28th, 29th December. So Brekum West, top tomato production, and also sour sap. I have looking to Ghana. The biggest farm in Ghana located there. So there are a number of good things Brekum West is doing right.
Mate, one day munyina momra mo bantam ma mema mo time na maton mo constituency be 10 minutes and sana mato aso. Madam ase honorable Koduane honorable Stuttgart. Madam ase pa nwumre se mobile ebusanfo 1 year down the line. And honorable Dixon Chere Dua Honorable Stuttgart, MP, Brekum West, Onininia, Honorable Kwame Apia Kudua, MP, Fantiaqua North, Ombe Transia, Yabo Hunkomo. If I'm an Okesi on this day, Immaculate Conception, me am here room and Nima pay. I'll wait your friend the Cardinal, me say. There are some ye, Ejamunina, be a unya quainty, be a yade asumye, Ejao. Yame eyadumwa yebesan ehia medamase yame nhyira papa tinyame yadumwa yebesan ehia ewo saa kasa fidie kuru ya eso nemu hye no so se me kadle gidie de ehia me o ntimento to nase nti wo hia me a obetimi afre me the Cardinal. Blessings.
Zaman yina